We currently live in a world where technology consumes us. It is a part of everything we do, whether it is research, communicating with friends and family, or even expressing our own opinions and creativity. Technology and social media are present in our everyday lives. Since technology is so present, it is important for all to become digitally literate to achieve future success. To be digitally literate means to be able to understand, evaluate, and share content using technologies such as the internet. In Kelly's article, Becoming Screen Literate, he discusses how oral skills and memorization are a thing of the past. He simply states, "We are becoming people of the screen." He cannot be more correct. Before this class, I assumed since I grew up in front of a screen and had a Facebook account for years, that I knew all there was to know about being digitally literate. Clearly, I was wrong. Yes, I knew how to use my iPhone to check my emails and the weather, and could easily tweet about not wanting to go to class, but that did not mean I was digitally literate by any means. Digital literacy is a bigger part of my life than I ever imagined. Communications of theory and practice has allowed me to go further researching this term and discover what it truly means by watching detailed videos, reading articles from notable theorists, and exploring different social media platforms to see what the web really has to offer me. This class had me take a closer look at social media and what it really should be used for, and how it should be properly used. I realized that Twitter is more than just a platform for me to express myself, but is also a way for me to connect with others who have similar views while expanding my knowledge on other topics as well. One way to do this is to connect with others, which can be done by following more people on Twitter. I began adding my fellow CTPF 15 classmates, which has been a great way for me to get to know them better because it has allowed me to see what their interests are while allowing them to get to know me better through my tweets. For instance, I love food and fashion, so anyone who follows me is guaranteed to see my latest tips for the fall or the numerous retweets of yummy meals. Another concept this class has taught me is how to properly tweet. I never realized there was such a thing as a thick tweet. This has become very useful in my journey of becoming digitally literate. David Silver introduces the concept in his article, The Difference Between Thick and Thin Tweets. A thick tweet consists of 1 to 2 layers of information, usually a hyperlink, hashtags, and a picture that represents the tweet. I realize that my tweets have been lacking in meaning, and by developing them better, I will get more attention and reach more viewers. This concept has been great this semester, especially for my internship, where I'm supposed to use Twitter to promote my fashion blog, and thick tweets have allowed me to reach more viewers, which have been impressing my bosses. Along with my blogging internship, I also created a food blog for class called A Little Taste of Philly that has allowed me to develop my digital literacy skills and expand my knowledge of food. Since I had my internship blog training before school started, I assumed I was already a blog whiz, which I was surprised when I realized there was more to blogging than I originally thought. Creating my Philly food blog from scratch and learning all the back-end ways of WordPress was a lot more difficult and time-consuming than I'd imagined. Along with creating the blog, I needed to create the blog's content by finding food experiences to write about. The content needed to be exciting and interesting to grab the attention of my readers and set me apart from other food blogs. I learned about this concept in Henry Jenkins' article about the participatory culture we live in. This means an artistic expression and civic engagement, strong support for creating and sharing creations, and some type of informal mentorship whereby experienced participants pass along knowledge to novices, which I plan to be doing in my Philly food blog. I knew I wanted to be able to reach my audience, which was college students in the Philadelphia area, so I strived to make my blog informative about the restaurant's atmosphere, detailed about the food and its ingredients, and provide foodie pictures so students would know exactly what they are in for when they went to dine at the restaurants I spotlighted weekly. The article Participation is Power by theorist Reingold emphasizes the connections digital literacy makes. He says when you share, you make personal connections with people you know while enhancing the experiences of strangers who follow your blog and contribute to the collective evaluation of online media. Going off of this, I connected my Twitter via a widget to my blog so that my viewers would be able to create a personal connection with me. One concept that is important about digital literacy is being able to use the internet to find information online to share with my viewers. I was not familiar with Zeit before the class this semester, but I was able to increase my digital literacy by using Zeit to gain information. The app allowed me to search food-related topics in the Philadelphia area. Another app that coincides with Zeit is Pocket. It allowed me to keep track of not only food articles I found, but articles that would be important for other classes and projects. Part of becoming more digitally literate is accepting the concept that screens can provide me with a vast amount of knowledge. Kelly states, new distribution and display technology is nudging the book aside. The new way to gain information is through the web and platforms like Zeit and even blogs and Twitter, where people can provide personal experiences or ways to learn information in this digitally literate world. After learning the importance of social media, blogging, and accepting the screen as a prime way to gain information, we wrapped up this semester with one more key part of becoming digitally literate: mashups. Whether it consists of audio, memes, or text, taking others' work and creating it into your own, this concept has become a phenomenon in this culture. And as TED Talk, Kirby Ferguson talks about how everything over time is reused and made into something new because everything is a remix. Part of being digitally literate is also being technologically literate as well. In class, we created our own remixes with vintage magazines. Ferguson talks about how we are building with the same materials, so it's important to be able to know how to use these materials in a digital sense. Being able to use these tools is the foundation of literacy because evolution is up to us, and we need to be able to use these resources we have and expand them in the future. As this semester comes to a close, I look back at how I viewed my knowledge of blogging, social media, and using platforms like Twitter to gain information, and realize even though I may have been born in a digitally literate generation, that does not mean I'm digitally literate. Things are constantly updating and new technologies are always being released. If I do not begin to become more literate on what is going on digitally, I will begin to fall behind. I'm thankful for this class, which has allowed me to become more knowledgeable on how our society as a whole has changed, because everything is digital, and has also helped me gain the skills on how to use technology properly through the concepts and theories discussed in class.